Welcome back, and let's head into the Gauntlet of Shar.
Which way to the nearest library? Immediately.
Sigils. Attempts to restrain Lady.
She's very excited to be in the Sharran Enclave, and who can blame her? We wouldn't. So, get an update because we can tell that Balthazar left us a message. The code here is that he built the tower, his daughter died and he was sad, he became a crazy warlord.
Easy enough. Nasty surprise. Caution is one.
It's a totally normal response. There are books and stuff scattered in the front of the catacomb that will explain the events of his life in order. Or you could just click the buttons until you get it working.
That disc must be the way forward.
Where exactly does it lead?
Alright, so we'll head over and click into the traversal gem. Get a little cutscene of everybody hopping on, and we'll head down.
The Gauntlet of Shar. Before my very eyes. The Dark Lady guided me here. She wanted me to find this place.
That is accurate, Shadowheart. She did in fact want you to find this place. Alright, so during the last run I just showed the solution. I didn't actually walk through how you arrive at the solution, so let's walk through that. Okay, so we'll head over here and we'll mind that there's a pressure plate here. Let's not step on it. Jump over it and click on the lever and then jump back. And we're going to do this 4 times. And again. And what that's doing is it's bringing the lamps down. So, lamp
I'll give it a try.
and lamp.
Might be. Looks like a trap there.
And I'll bring them all down before I really worry about it.
Looks like a trap
Jump,
there. Trap.
loot, a lever, and we'll head back. And this might have gotten you in the past, so you brought them all down and you said, okay, now what? So Shar is all about it being really dark. So let's make it really dark. And we can actually see the pattern, so it's really easy to navigate if you do the thing that turns them all off. But if you've seen it, you can tell you just kind of walk in from here in between the lines and just keep the circle on your right.
Welcome, child.
That turns all the stuff off. here we'll come up and we'll have our first encounter with Balthazar and the Sharran Justiciars that are going to phase in. And our goal is basically to drop the portals that show up quickly so that they don't summon more of the armored crossbow guys.
It's nice. Homey.
This is a dedication.
You do not. Your mind upends.
Yeah,
You upset
just a bunch of
my
Balthazar
plan.
stuff.
Leave
Yep, we're here to help Balthazar.
Shrell that. My forces rally on.
And yeah, so these things pop out.
Am I being tested?
Check our damage. So we're doing 7 to 12, which is not going to be sufficient to bring one down, but will be if we turn on sharpshooter. Let's make sure that we're only shooting one shot. 1, 2,
Your time has come.
3. All right, easy peasy. So we aren't going to get additional summons coming in.
Smell blood.
Let's have
Find a route.
Karlach separate these out. So probably these guys are going to get, they're going to tie up the other two. All right, so Radiant Retort before we attack. What's it do? So we're vulnerable to radiant damage, but if we take radiant damage, we reflect it back as twice the amount of damage that we took. So not ideal to do radiant damage to these guys. We can click into psychic damage instead for our open hand monk. Let's see if we've got the ability to finish that guy off before we commit. And Gale doesn't have a shot on that one. He does on this one. We could do some magic missiles, maybe. We'll see how it turns out.
Yes.
And are they immune to necrotic? They're just very resistant to it. At a 60% chance, we'll take it. That's good enough.
Ready for another round?
Try for the stunning strike.
Let's finish this.
She's out of actions. He's out of actions. And we'll have Gale throw a firebolt. So we're getting the option to counterspell, probably because we've got the shadow spot. I don't think we care about one cast of Beckoning Darkness though, so we'll skip it. All right,
Now this is my happy place.
so punch him down.
Cry about it. I've got it.
Ready.
Here we can turn sharpshooter off. We still have a couple of shots of bardic power, and we're going to need to do another short rest.
turn someone inside out.
Death is but a word away. My turn. Take this!
And that should be it. And we're right at where we're leveling. This guy's going to run off to deal with Balthazar. I'm going to call out this gilded chest right here.
Yes.
And before we get too much further, let's grab the waypoint, just so that we've got it. Now, there's two ways of coming into the Balthazar room,
Yes, of course.
and I think we came in through this back way the last time as well. But there's an encounter there, so we'll take a look at it. I think we did not actually complete the Cloaker the last time. I think we just sort of said, "Hey, it's over there. Don't mess with it." Okay. Where did we leave the Dryad anyway? Way out by Moonrise. Okay. Yeah, micromanaging pets is a bit of a thing. Alright, so we don't need it for right here. We will take advantage of shape-shifting. And then we need to do another rest to get our stuff back.
Spot. To new horizons.
The Cloaker is going to summon a bunch of shadow duplicates of itself. They do a little bit of damage. They're not the scariest things that you'll ever see, but they're nothing. But they all vanish as soon as the actual Cloaker is dead. So let's go ahead and surprise it. It's about right here.
Prime spot for an ambush.
It was a prime spot for an ambush. This thing is super fast, and it just creates lots of these shadow clones. And we're getting prompts for reactions the whole time, and we can't easily deal with that. Let's bring Shadowheart in.
Cloak and dagger, my favorite.
And we're getting paused. There we go. Okay, so it's probably our round almost. Let's do... anything to actually get to our turn would be great. So they basically just, well, completely pigpile whoever set the thing off. But that's about all that this thing can do. It doesn't actually have that many hit points. It's not super duper tough, but it is kind of annoying to work around.
Rat feet.
Yeah, with the alert feed, it isn't nearly so bad. we'll go ahead and click on Rupture. And that hits everybody.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
It has no loot. And this chest usually doesn't have anything even as good as a TK scroll. We'll bring Asterion down.
Sleep beckons. I would follow.
And let's talk about leveling up the crew. So this is level 9, big level. Gale's getting level 9. We've got access to 5th level spells. So standouts here. Cone of Cold is very good. Cloud Kill is really good. Not so great in this act. A lot of stuff is immune to poison here. Dominate Person, okay. Hold Monster, really, really strong. This is the one we're going to take. So if we can use Searing or Scorching Rays to raise our DC with Acuity, then we can quicken a Hold Monster and have it stick. So that's the one we're going to take. Looking at the rest of our spells, it's a pretty good mix. We could maybe sub out Ice Storm if there was something else that looked really good. I think we're okay for now. Sorcerers have really limited access to spells, so usually you end up taking some kind of damage spell. Alright, so we're going to continue leveling Cleric. We get Shatter and Gust of Wind as additional spells. And we're unlocking high level spell slots, so level 5 spell slots, level 4 spell slots. We might also think now about whether or not we want to unlock a level of Wizard. Right, so we could swap out the hat we've been wearing for Wizard level and then pick up spells like Conjure Elemental with a 5th level slot. We don't really need aid that much, so let me show that off a little bit. So we'll pick up Shock and Grasp solely so that we can activate some of the lightning stuff later on in the game. We can pick up the Cold Blast in case we want to do some cold-based wizardry. We do have some cold-based wizardry gear. And I don't really think that this is not much of a cantrip, but we'll take it anyway. And take Mage Armor, maybe for Karlach, Magic Missile, Shield, grab Find Familiar, and Chromatic Orb, and probably Enhanced Sleep because that's the one we didn't have before. It's going to show us only being able to memorize one, and that's okay. And for Karlach, we're going to continue leveling up Thief. Thief is the subclass we want. So we take a little bit less falling damage, and we gain an additional bonus action, which means we get an additional pummeling set. So we'll be able to do the double attack twice around. That's what we've been here for. Druid level 9, we just pick up some new spells and class features. So we're picking up a level 5 spell slot. We're picking up Contagion. Probably not going to cast that one that often. We pick up Cloud Kill. Insect Plague is a really good spell. Conjure Elemental is a really good spell. We've cast Conjure Elemental a bunch of times in the last playthrough. Let's see what we've got. We do not need protection from poison memorized. This is not a good spell. Certainly not. Well, maybe against Balthazar. It might actually be okay spell against Balthazar. He throws Cloud Kill. So a creature, resistance, that's protection from energy, protection from poison. Neutralize all poisons, give it protection against poisonous influences. We get advantage on saves against being poisoned and resistance to poison damage. It's okay. But getting access to elementals is a huge deal. There's a door. Yeah. So, owlbear versus door. Bad time for the door. All the silver plates indicative of the Sharrans around here. In the Grimforge, they had a big silver dinner thing where they were killing everybody, I think. Shadowheart talks about it a little bit. That unlocks the door. We've got an abandoned journal we can read. It says that they're all being hunted. Grab this cool key. There's a hat. There's an altar to Shar, though it looks like a sarcophagus. It's an altar. And the rats are all hanging out by it. And here's where we're going to encounter Balthazar sort of in earnest. So this will be the next combat, and then we'll sort of deal with Balthazar after that. And I think this is a good place to end this video, so we'll stop right here, and in the next one we'll sort of deal with Balthazar. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.